Beside the 5 vs 5 battleground we all know, the Summoner's Rift gives also shelter to numerous fantastical creatures. Once this spot was a scene of huge battles for magical resources, but since the situation eased out, the rift had time to evolve. Now it is one of the most magical places between Freylord and the Iron Spike Mountains that developed his own magical environment. Indeed, the large amount of concentrated magic in this area has mutated the local wildlife. The research of these enchantments is still in the fledgling stage, but we can already see their impacts. From antler mice to giant frogs and birds, it has also attracted the attention of a powerful dragon, who often resides in one of the battle-torn ruins. Blue sentinels, red bramblebacks and crocs are creatures made from local flora and earth, infused to construct a magical being. The rift's unstable magic has inadvertently caused the re-emergence of Baron Nashor, a large serpent largely believed to be dead for centuries. And also, there are many unknown little creatures that live in this area. For example, there are species of forest chameleons, ducks, antler mice, porroles, crows, dragonflies and butterflies. The Summoner's Rift is classified as a wetland with 3 different natural environments. The river separates the 2 forests and is the lifeline of this habitat. The largest species covered in the river. The 2 forests cover most of the territory of Summoner's Rift. Here are most of the magical beings which feel safe, hidden away from the big predators. The highest points in the rift are the foothills of the Iron Spike Mountains, which are covered with ruins, witnesses of huge battles. But nature is conquering back this aerial, slow but steady. The smallest animals in these wetlands can hardly be observed, because they are extremely shy from summoners. But Professor Azir and his sidekick Teemo made some fascinating shots of these mostly hidden flora, using cameras with motion detectors. They made the first closer shots of the antler mice. This little rat gets his name from his huge ears that look like an antler. They are perfect to hear every small noise and 360 degree around him. Mostly, these shy animals live off plants, but sometimes they manage to catch some of these small amphibians living in these wetlands. There are several lizards and snails hiding in the tall grass, but also a lot of frogs are spreading all over the Summoner's Rift. These are one of the few species that already reclaim the ruins at the border of this territory. The amphibians feed themselves from even smaller creatures that can mostly be found in the river and the forest. Especially the dragonflies are widespread, but also butterflies are common guests in the rift, and a very welcomed meal. One step higher up in the food chain are the predators of the forest. As the biggest representatives can be seen the blue sentinel and the red brambleback. They both transfer their magic energy to everyone who slays them, granting aggressive buffs for the murderer. Beyond these huge carnivores stand the crocs, giant birds and frogs, as well as the scary 2-headed wolves. They are all affected by the magic hosted in the Summoner's Rift. Only the emergence of the giant frog is explored. It comes to life when one of the little frogs touch the Gymnopilus purpuratus. But the biggest predators in the Summoner's Rift remain in the river, where they have enough space to hunt. One of the newest inhabitants is a rift herald. This species seems to be very intelligent. It's not scared by intruders and already adapted its behavior to the utilization of the Summoner's Rift. It sometimes even joins the fights with a special pleasure for turret demolition. And it loves to interact with other species. On the other side of the map, in a quite similar ruin, often nest several kinds of dragons. These magical creatures, from different elements, grant the Slayer strong buffs for his battle against his enemies. While these ruins are mostly visited by normal dragons, it sometimes happens that the tremendous Ender Dragon appears on this place. This huge and several centuries aged dragon has a unique appearance and is extremely dangerous, especially for summoners traveling alone. And finally, the hugest predator in the Summoner's Rift is the Baron Nashor. This is the most powerful monster on Summoner's Rift. A Baron Slayer gains enormous strength for himself and his fellow summoners. The monster's attacks also affect the field around him. His poison teeth penetrate armor and can be used as a weapon, increasing your ability power and attack speed. No one knows how old the Baron Nashor really is, but Professor Teemo and his sidekick Azir made a fascinating new discovery about the rift. They took the first shots of something that, what they say, could be the evidence for the existence of Bigfoot, a huge, bearded animal that protects the forest. Future will show if the two researchers are right with their assumptions.